From elves sliding down the tiny snow hills in the kitchen to these elves taking bubble baths in cereal and flying on tiny zip lines, today's episode is full of super silly elf tricks. So stay right where you are because the elves are going crazy today and you don't want to miss a single funny moment.
Like this video and subscribe right now, or this evil elf on the shelf will be moving in your bed while you're sleeping tonight.
This idea brings the fun of winter right into your kitchen. Create a little snowy slope or slide for your elves to race down and enjoy. It can be made from flour, sugar, or even a white towel to look like snow. Watching your elves zoom down their mini slope is guaranteed to make everyone smile. It's a playful, magical way to keep the Christmas spirit alive right at home. This woman discovered a delightful morning scene. Her elves had prepared breakfast for her, toasts with Nutella, but with a fun twist. The Nutella came from their... In this clip, the woman was not happy when she saw little footprints left all over the house, and she decided to kick her elf out. The tiny elf looks shocked and a little guilty, as if it knows it went too far this time. It's a funny reminder that even magical elves can get into trouble, and sometimes the consequences are just as silly as their pranks. In this next clip, the elf on the shelf turns into a tiny scientist, using the candle to blow out the blue water. It sets up a magical little experiment. You can almost imagine the elf concentrating as it watches the water react and swirl. It's creative, playful, and full of holiday charm. Watching your elf explore science in this fun way adds to a magical twist to learning and making their adventures even more entertaining. This clip is packed with fun and creativity. The elves are busy doing all sorts of activities, from munching on cornflakes to fishing gummy bears and even leaving lemonade for their owners. Each little scene is full of magic and charm, showing just how playful and clever these elves can be. It's a joyful mix of mischief, creativity, and holiday cheer that makes you want to watch over and over again. This next clip is packed with incredible elf magic. Watch as your elf spawns chocolate kisses, turns plain water into colorful sprinkles, and even creates a rainbow from Skittles. Each shot is more creative and magical than the last, showing just how playful and clever these little beings can be. It's a multi-shot extravaganza full of fun, surprises, and holiday cheer that will be leaving anyone smiling. This clip is a whirlwind of elf antics that will keep you laughing from start to finish. It starts with an elf enjoying a relaxing spa moment, looking completely content as if it deserves a little pampering. Next, the elf leaves money for its owner, showing its clever and generous side. Things quickly get sillier with Sprinkles mysteriously appearing in its ear, adding a sprinkle of chaos to the fun. The mischief continues as the elf somehow gets stuck in a kitchen mixer, struggling in the funniest way possible. Finally, the clip ends with the elf practicing its aim, honing its skills for some yet-to-be-seen prank. In this charming clip, the elves make a grand return to their owners in tiny hot air balloons. Each balloon carries an elf gracefully floating down, creating a magical scene right in the living room. This elf owner knew that her elf is hungry for a late night snack and decided to fill its tummy with whipped cream. This clip is packed with hilarious and heartwarming elf moments. It starts with the elf getting completely messy with toilet paper, turning a simple prank into full-on chaos. Then the elf brings a handful of marshmallows, showing its playful and generous side. Next, the elf takes a cozy nap under an improvised campsite made from a book, proving that even magical beings need a little rest. Finally, the elf gets educational, teaching tangerines its own whimsical way. This multi-part clip perfectly captures the mischievous, creative, and utterly charming personality of elves on the shelf, making it impossible not to smile at every scene. In this adorable clip, the elf on the shelf is busy fishing goldfish crackers from a white bowl on the kitchen counter. With its tiny fishing rod in hand, it looks completely focused, as if it's been practicing this skill for years. The way it patiently waits and reels in each little cracker is both funny and charming. This clip shows a hilarious and creative way to make your elf feel at home. Using a pair of underwear, the elf gets a tiny sitting spot stuck right on the fridge doors. It looks both comfy and completely ridiculous, which is exactly what makes it so funny. The elf sits there like it owns the place, turning an everyday household item into a whimsical throne. This next clip is packed with endless elf mischief that will leave you laughing and amazed. Watch as the elves slide down candy cane sledges, showing off their playful and adventurous sides. They get extra cheeky by shining their owner's shoes, adding a little magical chaos to the household. Next, they make snow angels on a bed out of powdered sugar, bringing winter fun indoors in the most adorable way. And if that wasn't enough, the elves host their very own disco, complete with dancing and festive energy. In this heartwarming clip, the owner discovers their two elves have gone above and beyond, bringing a huge pile of presents. The elves look proud and playful as they stand beside their gifts, showing off all the surprises they prepared. It's amazing to see the magic and thoughtfulness these tiny helpers bring into a home. This joyful scene perfectly captures the spirit of giving and the whimsical charm of elves on the shelf, making it a delightful moment for anyone watching. In this funny clip, the owner pranked its elf by making it seem that it melted a snowman as part of a clever prank. Whether the elf was guilty or just framed, its tiny expression looked both cheeky and innocent at the same time. Watching this little troublemaker get caught up in holiday shenanigans is hilarious and charming. It's a playful reminder that elves are always up to something, and sometimes their magic leads to a mix of mischief and laughter. This clip is all about creativity and fun with your elves on the shelf. It showcases a table game with over 80 different ideas for elves to play, proving that their mischief and magic can go far beyond simple pranks. From challenges to silly antics, this game turns your table into a playground for elves, letting them show off their cleverness and charm. Did you know this even exists? If you tried it or want to give it a go, make sure to share your experience in the comments below. It's a fun way to bring your elves to life and enjoy hours of magical entertainment.
If you're the type of parent that has elves come around every year, now is your time to go ahead and secure your elf ideas. They give you 24 ideas and they show you how to set it up. If you don't know how to set it up, you don't have to put a lot of thought into it, baby. It's pretty much everything laid out and prepared. Now, my daughter told me that she didn't believe in elves anymore. I said, girl, elves are very much still real, but it's up to us to get them the accessories so they can show up and show out. Now, all of the ideas are labeled if you want to go in order, so you don't have to worry about what you're doing on the first day or the last day. I don't know when y'all elves come, but mine tend to come back the day after Thanksgiving, somewhere around that area. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna drop the link below. If you want to go ahead and get you one or your family member one, click the orange shopping cart.
In this adorable clip, the woman discovered that her elves had set up a tiny car wash right under the Christmas tree. It's both hilarious and impressive to see the elves organizing their own little operation. She decided to help them get to work, making sure everything ran smoothly. Watching these tiny helpers in action is pure holiday magic, full of creativity, charm, and playful energy. This scene perfectly captures the mischievous and imaginative spirit of elves on the shelf, turning a simple corner of the house into a miniature wonderland. this next clip, a woman demonstrates a magic trick that her elf on the shelf taught her. It's an incredible thing to see how clever and mischievous these little helpers can be, not just performing tricks themselves, but also passing on their magical skills. In this surprising clip, the woman discovered her elves were feeling under the weather. The scene is full of tiny bandages, medicines, and little signs of injury, showing just how seriously the elves take their health. Watching her care for these tiny magical beings is both adorable and heartwarming. Now we have a woman who discovered her elf soaring across the living room on a tiny zip line. The elf zooms from one side to another with playful energy, turning an ordinary space into a thrilling adventure course. In this wild and colorful clip, the woman discovered her elves had thrown a full-on confetti party. The room is covered in sparkles and chaos, and the elves are in the middle of it all, looking absolutely delighted with their handiwork. Watching these tiny troublemakers celebrate with so much energy and creativity is hilarious and magical all at the same time. It's a perfect reminder that elves on the shelf aren't just mischievous, but they also know how to throw the most festive and fun parties imaginable.
Oh no, elves. What have you been up to today? There's about 5 million pieces of paper all over my kitchen. Just what you need when you're gonna go and get breakfast ready for the school run. Yep, it's everywhere. It's hanging from the ceiling. They even have brought cannons that the children's play with. I'm not too sure which will last the most, the cleanup or the memories for the children. Probably the cleanup. Thanks, elves.
In this next thrilling clip, the elf is doing its best to avoid a tiny shark lurking beneath the water in the sink. The elf's careful movements and quick reactions make it look like a miniature action hero navigating a dangerous mission right in the kitchen. It's a funny and creative scene that just shows how imaginative elf adventures can get. In this cute and creative clip, the woman helps her elf transform into an adorable snowman using toilet paper rolls. The elf looks charming and festive as it dons its new snowy outfit, showing off holiday spirit in the most imaginative way. Watching this tiny helper get dressed up is both funny and heartwarming, highlighting how playful and creative elves can be. This scene is a perfect reminder that with a little magic and imagination, everyday items can become part of an unforgettable elf adventure. In this delightful clip, the woman woke up to an incredible scene in her bedroom. Her elves had filled the bathtub with cereal. It's both hilarious and magical to see elves' mischievous creativity in action, turning an ordinary tub into a whimsical breakfast adventure. Watching them play and arrange all the cereal is charming and full of holiday fun. This clip perfectly captures the playful spirit of elves on the shelf and reminds us how they can turn everyday spaces into unforgettable magic moments.
It's day 20, and the elves have decided to make a giant bowl of cereal. They have found the biggest bowl in the house, which is the bath, and they've filled it full of cereal. They're even tipping milk with a magic floating milk carton. They're all playing in it. Not too sure who's gonna clean it though. Thanks, elves.
For this next clip, we have a woman and her elf team up to perform a fun magic trick that reveals a hidden image underneath. The elf's clever guidance makes the trick even more magical, adding a playful and whimsical touch to the reveal. Watching the image appear feels like stepping into a tiny world of elf magic full of surprises and charm. This clip perfectly showcases the mischievous yet helpful nature of elves on the shelf, leaving viewers amazed and inspired to try a little magic of their own. In this playful clip, the woman helps her elf perform a magic trick by turning $1 into coins. The elf's excitement and mischievous charm makes the transformation even more entertaining. Watching this tiny helper turn ordinary money into a magical surprise is both hilarious and impressive, showing the creativity and cleverness of elves on the shelf. In this inspiring and adorable clip, a woman helps her elf achieve its dream by becoming an astronaut. She outfits the elf in a tiny spacesuit ready for exploration, and the elf looks thrilled to embark on its cosmic adventure. This clip perfectly captures the magic of elves on the shelf, turning dreams into playful reality and reminding us that with a little help, even the tiniest elf can reach for the stars. In this next clip, the girls discovered their elves having breakfast like no other, eating cereal straight from the toilet bowl. The mischievous elves seem completely unfazed, enjoying their unusual meal with delight. Watching these tiny troublemakers in action is both funny and chaotic, showing just how creative and unpredictable elves on the shelf can be.
Oh my gosh! It's time manual!
In this adorable clip, the woman helps her elf make a grand entrance at home using a tiny parachute made from a plastic bag. The elf floats gracefully through the air, landing safely and looking thrilled with its dramatic arrival. Watching this miniature adventure unfold is both creative and heartwarming, showing just how imaginative elf preparations can be. Next up, we have a clip where a woman discovered her elves preparing an enormous meal, including eggs, pasta, and even Skittles. But the most magical part is how they did it. Every step seems sprinkled with elf magic, making the cooking process look delightfully impossible. Watching these tiny chefs work their magic in the kitchen is both amusing and mesmerizing, showing the clever and mischievous side of the elves on the shelf. I bet this meal was delicious.